Chasing happiness, running through the rain, turning all the little things into something great. With every heartbeat, we're finding our way. This is the moment, today's the day.
Welcome back to another episode of Chasing Happiness. Today we're talking about societal expectations on women. Yeah, Laura, do you want to start us off?
Sure. I don't know if you feel the pressure as much or if other people do, but I think that we are still stuck in a place in life where it all falls to the woman.
I think we'll say, the standard man and woman relationship, yes, obviously there's different relationships and stuff like that out there. But I would think like the bog standard, like what you would normally, I'm doing inverted commas for people that can't see it if you're listening. Not that I'm like a bigoted kind of person, but in the normal like man woman relationship, I would think that it would, or just in like single parent stuff like that. I think a lot of it falls back as the mom is the primary parent.
Yeah. Like even for me, it's kind of I'm a stay-at-home mom during the day, Batman at night. But like I do work in the evenings then, so I can understand the pressures from both sides as a working parent and as a non-working parent. But I know I get a lot of, because Owen goes out to work. If I'm like, oh, I needed him to cook dinner, why didn't you have it ready? You should have done that now because you're the stay-at-home parent. I work too, you know what I mean? But it's expected. I should look after the home. I should look after the kids. I should look after all of the meals.
Yeah.
But who's looking after me because I still have to go to work? Why is there so much expectation on me because I'm female to do it all? Why can't it be 50-50 across the board?
I feel like that comes from probably the way that we've been raised within our generation and probably generations before us, that it was standard for the woman to stay at home and to do all these things, to be the homemaker and to just literally give up their lives.
Which I have no problem with.
Yeah, which is cool.
I also have to work because where we live currently in life, it's not going to be feasible for just on to work, pay the mortgage, pay all the bills, do everything, and for me to still be able to do a few things for myself.
Yeah.
I have to work to cover my
own
balance. But like, like what you said, like my mum was a stay-at-home parent. So I know from her point of view, it was very much, she was a stay-at-home parent. She did everything. Do you know what I mean? To the point, I even remember, like, if Daddy had to do the shop or whatever, I was brought with him. But he'd stay in the car. I'd go in and do the shopping, and I'd come back out. Because it wasn't his job to do. And it's fine because that worked, and they had a brilliant setup. It really, really did work for them. But I'm like, for us now, that's not going to work because, as I said, like, I do very little for myself. I get my lashes done.
Yeah.
That is my monthly outgoing expenses. I'm very low maintenance. But I don't feel like that's something Owen should pay for. And it is a thing, again, going by how the past has been. Like, I've always earned my own money.
Yeah.
And it's like, but if you're taking his money, then you should be doing all the work. But how can I do all the work and then still make money for myself? Like, it's impossible to be everything.
You're just, like, people just presume because Owen will say, I'm going to use your example because I'm a single parent, like that, because Owen's the one that goes out working, that it's expected of you to be the person that does everything.
Yeah.
That you have to, because sure, he's providing.
He's leaving the house. He's going to work. What do you do at home as a single parent, as a stay-at-home parent?
Yeah.
I do nothing.
Yeah.
I sit on my butt all day watching TV. It's the life of luxury. I love it.
Yeah. I think that's what...
I'm being sarcastic.
I think that's what a lot of people think it is. Oh, you get to stay at home. It's great.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, how many times have we heard, oh, you're just a stay-at-home parent. You have time for everything.
Yeah.
I don't. Just saying.
There's a lot that goes with it.
Yeah, and like what I don't think people understand as a mum, as a female in general, but especially as a mum, we have so much on our plates. Like, I'm on 24/7. I don't get 5 minutes to myself. Literally, if I have to go to the toilet, they're coming in with me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? If I'm going for a shower, 9 times out of 10, they're standing outside the door staring at me, wondering why it's taking so long.
Mhm.
Then if they wake at night, if they're sick, that's on me. I'm not saying Owen doesn't help. He does. He is a very, you've seen him, he is a very, very hands-on parent. But the majority of it does fall to me because I'm the stay-at-home parent.
Yeah.
You know? And then he goes out to work. I'm feeding them lunch. I'm still having to do, you know, laundry, dishes, whatever it is. Keeping them entertained while we're on holidays. And if he comes back then and I'm like, can you do dinner? Because I'm about to go to work myself. I work from home, so it's fine. But I have to do this, that, and the other thing. I don't understand why people want me to feel bad because I asked for him to do 10% of my day.
Yeah.
When I still, like, when I'm working, because I work from home, if they want to come down, come on in.
Yeah.
Ruin my day. You know what I mean? Because you've seen them, like when I'm doing nails and stuff, they're taking out all the polishes. They want to be painting your nails, all this. So that's extra on me again. Then when it comes to feeding them, I just had this conversation with you earlier. He can sit across from me eating his dinner and enjoying it. I'm feeding them, making sure it's not too hot, asking them if they're okay, if they want to climb up on me. And that's expected because I've even seen, I don't know if you've seen it on like movies or programs on telly and stuff. It's always that way. It's expected that it's the female that would have a cold dinner so that the male can eat.
That's the way it's portrayed, though, just society, full stop. For years ago to now, that it's always the woman.
Yeah.
Always. Why, though? Why?
I have no idea why, because I'm like, I'm sorry, okay? And everybody and anybody is welcome to have this argument with me. You will lose. Just going to preface with that. I don't understand how men think that they can survive without women, but I can guarantee you I can survive without a man. And I'm going to explain it, right?
Okay.
Go back to when you were living with a man ever, whether it was a dad, a brother, a partner, it doesn't matter, just a man in general, right?
Yeah.
How many times were they able to do anything in the house without needing backup? Because I know for me, growing up with brothers, can you iron my shirt? Do you know how to do the washing? Can you cook this for me? Is that cooked enough? How do I clean this? Can you do? It was always a case of I was the female, so I'll ask her how to do it because she clearly knows. Whereas outside stuff, then it was assumed I couldn't do it growing up because it was like, oh, you can't cut the grass now because you're a girl.
What I used to call them
I can't push a thing.
Yeah. Or what I used to call them is like pink jobs and blue jobs. Like what people think the boys do and what people think the girls do, and there can't be any mix. Like, but you're right. Like I actually am thinking, I'm like, I don't think there's been any time that organically a man has been like, I'm gonna tackle the wash up and I'm gonna do a load of washing.
Yeah,
I don't think there's
they
ever.
don't. Do you know, like Owen is an unreal cook. He is a better cook than I am, and like we've admitted that. I'm a better baker, so it's fine. We balance each other. But he is a better cook. So let him cook. Why is there an issue? Like, why do I need to feel bad because he's cooking? I still do breakfast and lunches. He's doing one meal.
Do you think that we're judging, though we're putting every man in a bracket? That not everyone's like that. You don't think we're judging?
No. And I feel like I can say that because my friend group always has predominantly been men.
Okay.
I'm from a family where there was 5 boys. Do you know what I mean? I've always been around male. And I'm not saying, absolutely, I can guarantee that there is men out there that are amazing and that do everything. What I'm saying is that there is not enough of them, and it's kind of assumed that it's the woman's job. And I feel like men should be able to stand up more and go, you know what? No. There is a few, like I follow them on TikTok, amazing, amazing people that come home after work, getting that her job as a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job. And then they'll start picking up toys and start cleaning. What I'm also saying is that society has made me feel as a stay-at-home mom, I should be doing everything.
It's expected
he should
of
come
you.
home. He should be able to put his feet up and never have to do another thing.
Have the dinner served to him, have the house spotless, kids are in
exactly.
bed.
And I don't know if
everything.
that's because, especially in Ireland, it is kind of, that is how it has always been structured. But I'm like, the country that it is now isn't the country it was before. We're not financially in the place that it was before where you could be just a stay-at-home mom. You know, a lot of people if it's just the man that's going out to work, don't have money for the extras unless the female is also doing
We
something.
live in a completely different world
Yeah.
than what it would have been 60 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not his slave. I don't get paid to do everything for him. You know what I mean? He looks after a home, which he also needs to live in. He looks after the car that he also has to drive. You know what I mean? So when people are like, oh, but he's working to support you, he's doing all that whether I'm here or not. You know what I mean? Like, take me out of the equation. Is he suddenly going to be homeless? I like, this is why I know you're not going to win the argument, because I've had it so many times, and it just absolutely blows my brain, because I'm like, so you want me to be everything, a full-time parent, so that he can relax, he doesn't need to do it. I have to look after everything in the home because he should relax because he doesn't do it, because he physically leaves the house and I stay at home. But I do more jobs in one day than he will ever have to do.
Besides all the jobs that we even have to do, I think our mind constantly is on with everything else, you know, because I feel like we don't get a second to stop. As women, yes, but also as like the primary parent and stuff like that, because you're constantly thinking of, oh, I need to get this, or oh, I need to do that, or I need to do this, or they have an appointment.
They're out with these size clothes. I have to do this. Yeah, like even for us packing, I do the packing for the whole family when we're going anywhere. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
But is that because you choose her, or is that because it's expected?
No, it's because anytime he does it, I can guarantee you stuff's going to be forgotten. Guarantee it, you know. Okay. And like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a lot, like it's that for a lot of things. Even I feel like it was yesterday, Lorgie was getting dressed and Owen was like, oh, I don't know where you keep his pantses. We've lived here for 6 months. They're in the same place they were since the first day. They haven't suddenly just upped and moved. But why would he know? He's never had to put things away. He's never had to take things out and pack
because
them.
It's back on you.
Yeah, and then I teach Lorgan to be independent, so he dresses himself. He picks out his outfits. That's why if they're crazy, we won't talk about it. He picks out his outfits. He gets himself dressed. He does it, but everything is on me.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be on me, because as a female, why wouldn't it be on me?
Do you think outside of like being a stay-at-home parent or a working mom or anything like that, that we have a lot more expectations as women than men, just in society? Like with the way we look, the way we act.
For sure, with everything. Like, it's always double standards, and it's something that I hugely struggle with, because I feel like if I went to the gym, I won't. Just stating that. I will not be that person ever. But if I went to the gym, and I have a lot of people in my friend group that would, wearing just a sports brand shorts, for example.
Yeah.
How many people are going to be like, if something bad happens, it's what she was wearing. Sure, she's asking for it. She wants me to stare at her. Look at the way she looks. Look at how she's dressed. But if a man goes in just shorts and no top at all on,
but even if it's sunny
fine.
Out and they're walking out down the street with no top on, that's cool.
I cover up fully. We're all aware of this, but I have a bit of a chest. So if I'm like, when I was in my swimming togs around the boys, full swimming togs, I'm not obviously going to have it up next to my throat. You're going to be able to see I'm female. I have boobs. Sorry. The amount of people you could see nearly judging it. They're not falling out. It's a full flipping swimming togs that's covering everything. But I'm a mum.
You see, I think like that, we're expected. You can't show too much skin. Then you can't cover up. So you can't show too much skin because like you're a certain kind of person. Yeah. If you cover up fully, again, you're a certain kind of person. If you're like more flamboyant in what you wear and stuff, you're judged. Because as women, we should be these like prim, proper, and mams. We can't do anything to step out of
I feel like it's with everything though. Like if you're a female that swears a lot, you're judged for it. But if you're a female that just does talk fully, perfectly with, you know, so much eloquence and everything, there's still some, like, I don't, who do you want me to be?
See, I think a great example of just the way that society judges men and women differently is we'll take a single woman and take a single man. If a single
I know
woman,
what you're going to say, and I'm already irritated.
If a single woman goes out and gets with a large amount of people and a man does it, the man is normally praised as long as they're single, happy, doing whatever they want to do. The woman is judged instantly. Instantly, because the woman is a specific kind of person.
I used to get it. I didn't even have to touch off a guy. Yeah. But because my friend group has always predominantly been male, I always got, she's only doing that because she's looking for the attention.
Yeah.
She's just this, she's just that, can I not just like hanging out with guys? Like, why does it have to be a reason?
It's not allowed.
As I said, there's an age gap between me and my sister younger than me. There's an age gap between me and my sister older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all the boys.
Yeah.
We're the same age. That's who I hung out with. When I started first going out in town, I went with my brother and his friend, which, hilarious, were male.
Mm-hmm.
See how that happened? So I just automatically gravitated to my comfort zone, which was male.
I think some people are like that, though. They just feel like...
Yeah, they're just easier to get on with. They like slap you and we're over the fight, whereas with a female, we're still thinking, are we in a fight about 6 months later? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because of that, because I always hung out with it, I automatically had to have been sleeping with the whole lot of them.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what society presumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas any of my male friends who had a lot of female friends, it was, sure, he's just one of the boys now. Like, I bet he's getting laid there every night.
Yeah.
He's so...
Why
are we treating me differently? I'm not doing anything. He probably is. Yeah. But yet, I'm the one you're going to judge.
Makes no sense.
No, and I feel like it's that across the board. I feel like we have to portray this certain thing. Like, if you go out and, you know, you're not done up in some way. Yeah. Your life is clearly falling apart because you're not. Let
yourself go.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But a guy can do it. If a guy in a relationship, because usually when you get in a relationship, you get comfortable, you start putting on weight. A guy does it. Yeah. That's fine.
I even think the weight thing is funny, that after kids, women are expected to bounce back against, again, I'm doing inverted commas if you can't see, bounce back and go back to like this skinny, perfect.
Yeah, that is another thing that irritates the crap out of me. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. It took me 10 months on both my kids, because I went over, to create them. But you want to give me 6 weeks to bounce back. Then within 6 months, if you're a working parent, a working mom, you're expected to just be able to go back. And everything is supposed to be like, in what world? Even for the parents that have gone back to work, I think the mums, I think it's absolutely insane, because you have 6 months and then your fees are cut off. So financially, if you need to work, or if you choose to, you have to go back. But nobody's understanding the emotional difficulty of having to do that. And whether you like it or not, and anybody that wants to come for me can come for me, you're not going to win the argument. It is easier for men. It's not easy. It is easier, because we had to feel that while we were creating them. We were connecting with the baby while we were creating them, while they were in our tummies. There's a lot of stuff that men will never get to feel that we had to go through. Our emotions change. You know what I mean? You fall straight into, not everybody I know, but majority of people do fall straight into this motherly, protective, I'm obsessed with you thing. What changed for the man? Yeah. You know what I mean? But we're expected to just cut off all that emotion and go, 6 weeks, I'm fine. My stitches have healed. Fantastic. I can just bounce back. Let me go to the gym or do a run. Yeah. You know what I mean? No. And after 6 months, sure, I'll just go back to work, everything. No, like, give me a second. My hormones haven't even come back into play. You know what I mean?
Figured life out again, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's because with a lot of things, it is man-made. So even when it comes to lying on your back giving birth, I don't know if you knew this, that was because, I'm pretty sure it was one of the kings, but that's a historical thing of where men would watch. I'm pretty sure it was a king, and I'm pretty sure it's because they used to have all of the, you can correct me on this I will be corrected on. They used to have everybody in to see if it was a man, because obviously the male was who would take over.
Oh yeah, like for...
So they'd all come in, and the woman would have to be up with her legs spread for everybody to see if it was a male or a female, to know if she did a good job or not. And that's why lying on your back positions were brought in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's which, when it's proven that gravity-wise, you should actually be in a squatting position for gravity to be able to help the child to come out. But again, a man decided that we should do this because they don't have to go through the pen.
I love how you're so passionate about this.
I just, it's with things like this, because I don't think, as I said, I'm not putting all men at all into this. I do know some men that are amazing. Like, as I said, unreal at cooking. Don't ask them to do the washing of clothes, because God only knows what you're getting out. There is men that are amazing at housework.
Yeah.
You know, there is men out there that can. But what I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, in a male-female setup, it is the male that will go out to work. And even if the female goes out to work, she's still expected to come back and do all the housework.
Yeah.
There is more put on the female. As a whole, if something bad happens, if I was to go out on a walk and I got attacked, you're not going to go, he was a bad person. You're going to go, but what were you wearing? Why were you walking on your own?
Yeah, that even baffles. Yeah. It's always the fault is always put on the
you
female.
know. You've heard of Bonnie Blue? Do not agree at all with her or what she is doing.
No.
I don't want to get into that because that was a whole rampage that I could go on. But why are we just looking at her? Why was there 1,000 men queuing up?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she's so many words that I can't put on her right now, but there was still 1,000 men that queued up for it.
There was never a question on the men. There was always a question on her.
No, we don't even acknowledge. She's disgusting. She's this. She's that. Do I think all of those things? I do. Do I think that she is bringing back how far we've come as females with feminism and stuff? I do.
Okay.
Her body, you do you. I don't care about it. I don't want to know about it, but I also don't care about it. But instead of just questioning her, why aren't we questioning all of the other men that have shown up to do this? But also, if it was a man doing it, would we think about it?
Or would there be such a hype about it? There probably wouldn't be.
We probably wouldn't even know. There probably is men out there doing it.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, every single time a female has been harmed by a man, what does she do? You know?
Or did she provoke him? What did she say?
Yeah.
What did she?
Yeah.
Or, again,
I've had it on nights out where I've had men coming up groping me, and it's, oh, but sure, you're wearing a short dress. I could be butt naked. You still do not have the right to put your hands on my body.
No.
Where are we getting confused? You know what I mean? And I think that that's across the board. I think it's just always seen that, even if controversial, I'm about to get controversial, and I get that. Even if you look at, I followed this girl on TikTok. Her name is Alexa. She was born male. She's transitioned to female. She is stunning. She is amazing. She is brilliant. Everything about her I absolutely adore. She is just the perfect transition. But it's also how much she respects females.
Okay.
Because she knows she came as a guy, that she came into the world as a guy, that she transitioned to female. So she will always introduce herself to, I'm a trans female.
Yeah. Okay. So she acknowledges, what you're saying is she acknowledges that there's a difference between female born versus...
Yeah. Whereas when I was giving birth, so it would have been when you were giving birth to Robs, when I was giving birth to Lorgan, they were trying to bring in chest feeder because I couldn't be a breastfeeder, or a birthing person because I couldn't be a mother.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Like, I'm. It's not that I don't want the trans community to feel safe.
Yeah.
But why are we taking away my rights as a female? The thing that I have to go through.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because she cannot give birth.
Yeah.
She was born as a male. She does not have the anatomy to do it.
Does she acknowledge that herself?
Oh yeah, no, that's what everybody needs to follow her. She is amazing. She shuts all these people down.
Okay.
Absolutely shuts them down, because she understands that even though she's on the hormone replacements, she can't ever feel how I feel monthly going through my period. She will never feel what it's like creating a child within myself and then having to birth them, because she physically can't. And I have no issue. You be you and you be happy being you. I don't think that you have the right to make me change everything. Even to bringing in the toilets. I'm never going to feel safe in a toilet with a male.
Okay.
So why can't we have male, female, gender neutral? And if you're comfortable using gender neutral, use it. But why are you telling me I have to use one? Because I can't guarantee the male that's coming in there has, good intentions.
Do you think as a society, I know we're on about women's expectations and stuff, do you think as a society that I feel like I'm just defending men in this, but I'm not, but do you think that we have just portrayed, because of what you just said, we presume that a lot of men, or a good large amount, could automatically be dangerous or be bad people with what you just said? Yeah. That as a society we
for sure. I do think we put a lot of expectations on men as well.
Yeah.
For sure. I do feel like we almost assume all men are bad.
Yeah.
Until we're proven otherwise.
Yeah.
And I do, from even when we had Brian here the other week talking about that's what we were even questioning with him. when we're going out on a date, we have to make sure so many people know because we assume the man is bad. He didn't really feel like he had to do it, even though for me, I'd be like, she could be bad too.
Yeah.
You know? So no, I do feel like we do put expectations on men.
Yeah.
As a whole as well. Like even with that, like, you know, they go back after 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we are putting the pressure on them to have to, like, I'm just going to use me and own because it's the easy one, isn't it? For him, there is the pressure on him. He has to make enough money to keep a roof over our heads. He has to make enough money to put food on the table. He has to make enough money to do all that because obviously, even though I am working in the evenings, I can't work full time because childcare is bloody expensive.
Life just doesn't allow it.
Do that. Yeah. So there is, if you want to go that way, there is the expectation on him to work his butt off and to do everything.
Yeah.
I think where the difference is if I go out and do it. So when he goes out and does it, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And like, how lucky am I to have such an amazing human who's going to go out and work and who's going to look after me and do all these things. But if the female goes out to work as well,
what about your kids?
She's not spending enough time with the kids.
Yeah.
Why is she choosing to pursue a career over kids? Even I have friends who have chosen not to have children.
Yeah.
A man makes that decision. It's okay. But when they make that decision, 9 times out of 10, it's, but why? Like, why are you, you know, putting your career first? You're being selfish by not having children. You're doing this, you know, and it's as much expectation as there is on men to be the providers and to be the carers and to do all that. If a woman chose the same thing, why isn't she just allowed to choose it?
I think it's just looked at differently. I think with every choice that there is out there, like with the kids or relationships or anything like that, I feel like when women do it, we're judged. When men do it, they're not to the same degree. Now, not that they don't face any judgment, but I just feel like the choices that we make are frowned upon more than if a man made it.
Yeah, for sure. But like, even when it comes to emotion, you know what I mean? Like, if Owen was being overly emotional, not that I think that would ever happen, but if Owen was being overly emotional, they have that, what's that new thing I see going around now? The lavender relationship. If you're a very...
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
If you're a very emotional male, you're in a lavender relationship because clearly they have to be some type of way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is it not a good thing for men to be in touch with their emotions? Like, why do they have to be a certain type of way to do it?
Yeah.
If I'm overly emotional, though, is it my period? I'm hormonal. Why can't we just have, like, why do we have to, either way, male or female, why do we have to label it either way?
Yeah.
Or I don't know how to describe me. I am quite shy in a lot of things. Like, if we went out, Owen's going to be the one doing all the talking.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the one with the resting bitch face that doesn't look like I want to be acknowledged at all, you know? But if I stand up for myself, I am an opinionated person. And if I stand up for myself, she wears the pants in that relationship anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, would you rather I just shut my mouth and say nothing?
It's funny to me just the way that society looks on everything. Do you know, like when it comes to relationships, even the thing that you said about lavender relationships, I've seen that so much on TikTok recently, that men that show emotion or men that are overly caring or do a lot of things for their wives and all this, that they're part of the LGBT whatever community, that they can't just be a man for it. Like, you know, it's just baffling to me that we have to be a specific kind of way and so do they. For what? Like, why? I don't get it.
Notice that as well. You know, if a man is, I don't even know what word you'd put on it, like where they label it, he's a man's man. Why?
What does that mean?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
You know, I just don't understand why we all can't be everything. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to go out into a career, like, I'm going to use farming just because Owen's in it. If I was to go into a career as a farmer, we can go in with the same qualifications. They're going to assume strength-wise
he's stronger.
He's better.
Yeah.
I've gone into a gym with Brian. I wish he was here because he would defend me on this. And I've been told, you wouldn't do this exercise because you're a girl, you wouldn't be able for it.
That's just annoying.
I lift heavier than Brian can. I am physically stronger than he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is male and in theory should be stronger, if you want to go by science and how the muscles work and everything. Factually, I am stronger than him, but you're comparing me by a gender role. Why? And like, have you seen those things where they put on men the period cramp thing or the labor cramp? They can't get through it. They get to like 4 or 5 and they break down. We have both given birth unmedicated. And we survived it because we can, because we're women. And I just don't understand why it's always a case of your place is in the home, you keep your opinion to yourself, you keep your mouth shut, you're weak, you can't do it.
You have to look a certain way, you have to bounce back.
Says who? Dad bods, everybody finds them attractive, but if I have a little bit of a belly from giving birth, I'm unfit, unhealthy, and I should be going to the gym to make myself look better.
Herself. Oh, she's had kids. She let go of herself and she doesn't care anymore. And that irritates me. That always used to stick in my head that I'm like, oh God, if people see me after I've given birth and a few years later, they're going to be like, she's one of those moms that let herself go. Because that, as society, we expect women to just go, oh, kids, great. Life back, body back, everything's fantastic.
So I do feel like there is judgment on men, 100%. I don't know. We will get men on in a future episode just to have a bit of a debate. I don't know if it's ever as strong as it is towards
maybe
women.
We'll just not come across it. I definitely think future episodes we will have men on to fight
just
back
to argue
that
because like I've even questioned it with Owen when he goes for walks. I'm like, are you even aware of do you feel like you have to be aware of your surroundings? And he's like, no. Whereas if I go to the city, I break it down in my head first. I'm like, okay, I need to get to here, but if I park here, I can't go down that side street because I'll be on my own and there's not enough things.
Just don't know,
like I'm not safe. If I wanted to go for a walk, I'm like, okay, I can go really, really early, but if it's nighttime, I can't go on my own because I don't know who's going to be there. You don't have that, And I'm not defending all women here because there is women that make up crap and that accuse you of things.
There's just psychotic women out there.
Yeah, but I feel like women will accuse you of something and there's some way of fighting back. If a man attacks you, I'm not entirely sure. Have you seen the TikTok, the bear versus man?
No.
But there's actually a female who asks her husband, would she rather, I could get this wrong, so I'm going to do my best. You can just TikTok it. She asked her husband, would she rather fight a bear or shower naked in a male prison? And he picked the bear. And she was like, that is why women pick the bear. So she had him describe it. And he even described it of, he can't know what would happen in the shower with a male in prison, because obviously men in prison are notorious for attacking other men, but he has some chance fighting the bear. Yeah, and I'm like, if a male can think that, how do they think us as female feel about men? And I'm not. Like the men that we have in our world currently are such good men. Like really, really take care of us as women on nights out. I know I literally have like a little posse of bodyguards walking around with me, They are amazing. Could they do more in the household and realize that it's not all on me? Yep. Even in their own household, like my male friends. I don't think any of my male friends, I feel like I have to text them after this episode and be like, do you know how to use a washing machine? I don't think they do. And if they do, they definitely don't know how to cook.
There's one or the other.
Do you know what I mean? I just don't know if they can see the pressures that are on us to always have. Like if you come into my house and it wasn't, clean. Are you going to assume I should clean it or are you going to assume he should clean it?
It's actually a great question because I feel like 90% of people will pick the woman.
Yeah. Oh, have you been sick, Laura? Why is the house not clean? He lives here too.
Can you not do it? No.
You know what I mean? Same with the shopping. Like, if he does the grocery shopping, I know I'm not getting stuff that I need because he won't think of it. Like, he wouldn't think we're nearly out of shampoo. He might not necessarily think, oh, is there enough nappies there at home? Is there this? Like, I don't think, and they have no reason to. I don't think men necessarily understand the pressures we also have to put on ourselves to look after everything, whether you're a mum or just a female. But I don't know, it could be an interesting one to get men on and to see if they feel like...
I'd love to know if there's anyone out there that could challenge us on that and what we've said today. you know,
Yeah.
any men, women even, because women might disagree with what we've said as well.
Yeah. And yeah, no, like this is an attack. This isn't an attack on men in any way, shape, or form. There is amazing men out there. It is literally saying that I don't know if even the good men understand how much pressure there is on
As a
me as a
society, yeah.
female from society to be everything to everybody all the time.
And how exhausting that can be.
Mentally exhausting, whatever about physically, mentally exhausting all of the time. Because it's, and I feel like it's that with anything. Like if you're planning an event, a birthday party for your children, who's planning it? Because I know we're planning Lorgans, and I'm the one who's after hiring the bouncy castle. Owen will cook the food, but I will buy the food. You know what I mean? Decorating, it will all be me. Getting the present, it will be me. Baking the cake, that will be me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For our wedding, he got fitted for a suit and I planned the entire day.
But I think that's even funny that it's just expected of men to be like, oh, we show up on the day. Not a lot of men. Oh, but sure, that's normal. Because men don't want to be part of it. Why not? Because it's your wedding day too. Why is it expected of the woman?
Even for going to it though, we have to put so much effort into it. We get our hair done, our makeup done, have to buy the right outfit, have to look right. Owen has gone to work most mornings and then come back and showered and changed.
Yeah, and gone. Yeah.
Yeah, but he looks amazing, doesn't he? You know, I don't think anybody understands, and even society as a whole. I think we need to start, you know, instead of trying to tear people down for like that, if she hasn't bounced back, inverted commas, after birth, instead of attacking because of it,
be more
praising what they've done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think if there is a man out there who is doing more in the household, instead of tearing him down and calling him whatever kind of name you want to put on it, praising him for how much he's willing to help and wanting to help and wanting to be equal. Because I think at the end of the day, that's all we're saying we want, is just fairness and being equal. You know what I mean? If I can do 50% of the work at home while I'm working, you do 50% of the work at home while working.
Yeah.
You know? I think that's kind of the point we are just trying to get across. And hopefully we will get males on in a future episode and see from their point of view. But I'm hoping that they would agree that same thing, they just want it to be a 50-50.
Oh, sure.
World.
I feel like, yeah.
You'd
wonder though. You'd wonder. Maybe they're just happy out with the way things are.
Well, I do think some of them do enjoy I don't know if you call it pampering, but pampering of, you know, coming home from work and having their meals cooked. And that's great if I have nothing else to do. But especially coming from where I'm being opinionated on all this, coming from a mum's perspective, when I have to look after two other humans and myself and then the house.
And everything else.
When I don't feel like it's a 50-50 partnership there all of the time, that's where I get frustrated in, because I'm like, just because you don't see the work I'm doing doesn't mean I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You know? And when it comes to judging people for how they look, especially mums, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
It's not fair. It's not kind. It's not necessary. It's not needed.
I feel like we've said that a lot recently. Just shut your mouth.
Yeah. But in general, I just, no.
Keep your opinions to yourself.
Have an opinion, have a debate. But like, I'm hoping that we come across, especially in this episode, that we're not trying to put all the other judgment on men, that it is literally a case of we feel like it's expected for us to do it all. Whereas if the roles were reversed, it's not as expected. Like, I feel like if Owen was the stay-at-home parent and I was the one to go out working, society would still expect me to come home and look after the house.
Yeah, I would agree.
But I don't feel like if he was the stay-at-home parent, like if the house is a tip, it's okay because sure it was the dad stay-at-home.
Yeah.
Or even actually, just before we finish, that's another one that I feel like you might get. I have to parent, but they get to babysit.
Oh my God. That wrecks my head. When people just ask, oh, is he babysitting today? No, he is the parent.
Yeah.
The other parent.
Yeah.
He's not babysitting, he is being a parent.
Yeah.
That drives me insane. So if I have a break for 5 minutes, or like I co-parent, so it's different now, so I'm speaking like from the past. But if I have a break for like a night, or we go away, or we do something, or we go to the cinema, oh, who's babysitting? Himself? No, he's just being a parent.
Yeah.
Like, why is it expected of the man to do it, but then when the dad does it, it's babysitting?
Yeah.
You know?
Or if you see like a dad take the children to like FOTA or to
Lovely.
Isn't he great for taking them out? But when I do it, where's my praise?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not
like,
even that we're looking for praise, but why?
no,
do they
but
get
like,
praise?
don't point it out how great he is for doing it,
Mhm.
and then feel like when I do it, it's just expected.
It's just you being a man.
Yeah, you know, it's like, this is what I mean by society. I think they've literally just gone, women should do everything, but we're not going to acknowledge it. But
Yeah.
when a man does it, then we'll praise them for the littlest thing that they do. Like, well done, you woke up. Congratulations. You know,
Good
it's
for
a
you.
tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they showed up to an event.
Mhm.
You're fantastic for showing up to the event that you should be at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt on my wedding day. It was all like, oh my God, you've done amazing. He came here. That was it. That was it. His suit, I helped him pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we can't even trust him to do that. You know what I mean? And it's not, again, it's not from a we want praise point of view. But if you can't see the work we're putting in, and then when they put in the bare minimum, we're going to praise it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not see how that automatically is an expectation you're putting on women? Because you should do it.
Yeah.
But when he does it, he's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. If you want to argue with us, feel free.
Yeah.
And if there is any men out there who want to come on and chat about it and try and debate with us a little bit, we would also love that.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. Ciao.
Bye.
This is the moment today.